YouTube, what is up? This is Come to Japan, the channel that wants you to come to Japan. My name is Dan. Thanks again for joining me on another episode, and we are doing more Medaka videos. That's right. That's what my channel is slowly turning into, and I am totally fine with it because I enjoy making these videos, and these videos have been doing great on my channel. So basically, I'm going to shrink myself down, and we're just going to talk about what's going on screen, and what's going on with my Japanese Medaka DIY ponds on my balcony. So let's do that. Right, here we are. So I just rearranged everything onto this new little table that I got going here. Here's the big pond that I've done a video on, and it's grown in amazing. You know, it took about a month and a half, and it grew in just great. Everything really sprouted out and everything. Did a few tweaks here and there, added a few different plants, slightly different angle here. There's the lily pad pond, our rotala setup, some of my hardscape items, and the interesting shape of the pond there with the mangrove, one of the original plants that I bought there. Yeah, cool. Here is the big scape again. Yeah, lots going on in this pond, and we're gonna dive into this pond quite a bit. We're gonna go underwater there quite a bit. The lily pad pond, as I like to call it, the frog bits, the lily pads in that pond there. Here's some water hyacinth and the mangrove again in one of my OG ponds here. Yeah, so I enjoy this mangrove. It's actually a tree, pulls a lot of nutrients out, and the beautiful mountains from my balcony. I enjoy this view quite a bit. Here's my tatami room. That's one reason I wanted to show this, is because I have quick access to my fish, and I can just kind of sit on the ground there, put a zabuton or a little Japanese pillow there, and just kind of sit and hang out with my fish right there on my balcony. Yeah, so yeah. Oh, here's my hardscape items again. I just kind of store it between the pots there, but I think it looks pretty cool. I can just grab stuff when I need. I think it kind of looks like a little dry creek bed kind of thing, but again, I can just pop, you know, pieces in and out of my scapes whenever I need to and store it right there, and it looks pretty good. Moving on into the rotala setup. Beautiful Medaka right there. Beautiful orange red color right there. Looking great. Looking great, just hanging out. And these are OG Medaka as well. I've had these since I started making Medaka videos. Yeah. Another quick look at the rotala setup. They are very beautiful. Some red stems going on. They actually have beautiful purple flowers at the beginning of summer there. Yeah. Shiro Medaka swimming by. Here's some frog bit in the lily pad pond. There's the lily pads right there. Little snail on top. These are juvenile fish, so I set this one up about a month and a half, about 2 months ago, and these fish are really growing up quick. They are voracious eaters and whatnot. This is the mangrove pond, the duckweed setup. The duckweed kind of took a lot of it out. I like the duckweed, but it just, you know, wanted to switch up a little bit. It'll grow back, so yeah. Our owl Medaka. Here's this pond. So when I rearranged everything on the new table that I got, I could only fit 4 ponds, right? So I was like, yeah, I'll just take one down. You know, four is definitely enough. So I took the adult Medaka out of this one, and I put it in another setup, right? And yeah, I didn't take it down right away. I waited like 1 or 2 days. I think I waited like 1 day, and literally came back, and the babies just spawned. So I couldn't take it down. Like, I don't want to take it down yet. Here's a great shot of the orochi Medaka, the kuro Medaka, or the black Medaka. They are one of my favorite fish. They're just so sleek looking. It's so stark. You know, the contrast between the black there, the black and the green, and just compared to some of the other fish, I just really enjoy the look of the orochi Medaka. Yeah, here we are diving in. I really enjoy taking the dive here into the Medaka's world. I think, you know, just it's like I'm swimming, like I'm snorkeling with them, you know, but it's just a whole different vibe, you know, being underwater, swimming around in their little ecosystem here. And they don't mind me at all, you know. I do it quite often, and I think they're pretty curious. They're not skittish at all. They'll come right up and give me a boop, you know, give the cam a boop, give my finger a boop, or, you know, like boop boop, give me a little nibble or something, you know. So yeah, we're just gonna swim around with them a little bit and enjoy the scene here. Man, I really got to get in and do some maintenance. Everything is just sprouting like crazy, you know. Everything grows really quick, and you got to get in. Sometimes you got to keep on top of it, you know. I would say a good monthly, maybe 3 weeks, every 3 weeks or so, get in, do some maintenance, cut back some plants and stuff like that. Is kind of my schedule, but you know, I don't have a routine. I just kind of do it when I have time, and I kind of let the setups go, let them go wild, because you know, when I scape these things, I don't necessarily go in with too much of a plan. I just do it haphazardly, and just kind of toss stuff in there, toss the plants in there and whatnot, because that's what nature does, right? Nature doesn't really scape itself. It does, but it does naturally. You know, no one's really in there like kind of, you know, making it look a certain way. It just does its own thing, you know, and that's what I like to do with these setups, to just see how they evolve, you know, and what becomes of it. You know, I do tweak it here and there, visually, because, you know, I want to see like a cool scape, and I want to make it look visually cool, you know. But for the most part, I just kind of let everything do its thing. Yeah. So yeah, we're just swimming around here with the Medaka, pushing through the plants there. The plants suck out all the nitrates and help filtrate the water and add oxygen. Here's some horsetails. So these ones right here, the big ones, I sourced these wild. I found them in kind of like a pond area, and I just plucked a couple of them out, and they didn't have these sprouts. And about 2 weeks, those sprouts at the top there sprouted out. Now this one with the moss there, I actually sourced it from a hardware store, or a home center, I guess you could say, here in Japan. So, but I believe they're very similar species there. But they're great. I like the horsetails. I think they look really cool. They add a very vertical aspect to the scape, which is kind of nice, yeah. And they sprout up. They grow pretty quick, so you got to keep on top of them as well. Same thing with these parrots feathers. Parrot feathers. I think they're really cool. I sourced them wild as well in a different pond area, and I just think they're a beautiful looking plant. They can kind of go rampant as well, so you gotta stay on top of keeping these guys in check. So. Now this is the lily pond again. Say that 5 times quick. Lily pond, yeah. But anyway, I want to show you a shot of these guys. So some of the orange ones there, I crossbred them with kind of the orochi and the himedaka, the orange medaka there. And you can kind of see they have some black speckles. So I'm hoping that they have kind of a koi pattern when they mature a little bit bigger. A little tiger print Medaka there, so kind of crossbred them. So I think it's gonna look great once they kind of grow up and mature a little bit. We'll see. Definitely throughout this summer, they're gonna grow and get much bigger. So some more lily pads, the frog bit there, and the big lily pads. Taking a dip with them. Again, these are still juveniles. They're about 2.5 months old, 2 months old or so. And yeah, they're growing very quick. They'll eat pretty much anything, you know, like mosquito larvae, bloodworms, that just kind of show up into the ponds. You know, a lot of bugs that try to just kind of lay their eggs in water and stuff like that. Medaka will eat them. You don't have to worry about anything, any kind of pests like that, because the Medaka will eat them. And then obviously they eat the food that I give them every day. And they grow really quick. I'm excited to see how these Medaka, the crossbred ones, evolve and mature there. Yeah. Back into the big scape, there's another orochi, the kuro Medaka, the black Medaka. Again, they're one of my favorites recently. Swimming around the big scape here. Again, it's just a whole vibe, you know, dunking everything in. And this is just my phone. I dunked my iPhone 12 directly into the water here, and I think it does a pretty dang good job. Yeah. There is a ram's horn snail right there, kind of the red down on the bottom there. It is wilds. All the snails I have are wilds, and they just kind of show up, and I don't mind them at all. They're kind of a cleanup crew. They'll take care of some algae and some of the leftover food and some of the dying plants and stuff like that. But you do have to keep them in check because they can reproduce pretty quick, and they can take over a setup. You'll have 1,000 snails before you know it. So every once in a while when I'm doing maintenance, I'll just try to take out quite a few, and I just throw them in my compost bucket, into my fertilizer. So yeah, they grow rampant. I think they add a lot to the ecosystem, but they can take a lot from the ecosystem if you don't keep them in check a little bit, because they don't have any predators in these setups, because the baby Medaka or the Medaka won't necessarily go after the snails. So all right, we're just taking another dip here, hanging out with the Medaka. Again, I need to get in there and clip some of this I forget the name of this, Progress, I think is what it's called. I don't know. I stick my big fat finger in there. My fish, sometimes they'll come up and give me some boops. They give me a little boop boop. And they're not skittish at all. They really don't mind me, because I get my fingers in there when I'm doing maintenance and stuff like that. I think I get a couple boops here. Let's see. Oh, I think is he gonna give me a boop? I think I got a couple boops there. Oh, there's a boop. Oh, not quite a boop. Oh, there's a boop. I got another boops. Some little boops, yeah. Trying to maybe a little finger train a little bit. So I put my finger in there. They boop my finger, and then I give them a little bit of food so they get used to it. They're not skittish at all. And because I spend so much time with my fish, right? Normally on the weekends, I'll make a pot of coffee. I wake up early, I get up about 6 o'clock almost every single day, even on my day off. So wake up, grab a cup of coffee, go out and sit out on the balcony with my Medaka for a good hour and a half before my son and wife wake up, and I'm just hanging out with my fish, and they're not skittish at all. They're very used to me being around, so, and I think that's cool. Another cool shot of everybody just kind of swimming around. I put a little bit of food in the water here, so they're kind of gathered together. You can see some of the flakes falling down there. Obviously, they're way more active when they get food, because they're voracious eaters. They'll just eat. So, good stuff. Beautiful Medaka there. I think my finger again makes another appearance here. I think my fish just think my finger is just another big fat fish. They don't really care at all. More than anything, maybe they're booping me to get me out of the way. They're like, hey, move, I'm trying to eat here, man. They don't care at all. Really friendly fish. And again, I think if you have skittish Medaka, just spend more time with your Medaka. They'll definitely start associating you with food. When my Medaka see me out on the balcony, they're like, oh, I'm probably gonna get some food. So again, they're not really skittish at all with me. They definitely don't mind my presence at all. So good stuff. Yeah, another quick dive into the setup here. But again, I enjoy doing this. I think it gives me a whole different perspective of my setup, seeing it from underwater and everything. And my son, my 3-year-old son, just loves watching these Medaka videos, so I kind of make it for him as well. We always like watching these fish videos and then checking out our Medaka. Before we go to sleep, we'll watch some other YouTubers who do Medaka stuff, and not even Medaka, other Aquascape stuff. So cool. All right, everybody, that is gonna bring us to the end of this video, and if you enjoyed it, please go smash that like button and consider subscribing, because it definitely helps our channel here. Also, leave me a line down in the comments. Let me know if you have any questions about Medakas or these DIY mini patio pond setups, and I'd enjoy sharing what I know about it. I think more people should get into this hobby, definitely with Japanese rice fish and Medaka. So, right, this is Come to Japan, the channel that wants you to come to Japan. My name is Dan, and we'll check you out on the next episode. Mata ne. Bye bye.